Hello, this is my first time of trying to go live by myself, so I hope that I don't mess it up. My name is Shola Salako. A lot of people know me as Consumer Mama. The lady who stresses everybody about how to fight for your consumer rights. And today I want to talk to you about our latest hashtag, which is hashtag close 1 million bank accounts. That's our latest hashtag, and that's a consumer enlightenment project that we want to use to enlighten you on how to protect yourself from these excessive bank charges. I don't know about you, but just this afternoon I received 9 SMS alerts on one single transaction I made with my bank. I transferred money from my account to somebody else, and in trying to alert me that I made that transaction, my bank sent me 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 SMS on just one single account. And these SMS alerts are not free. CBN, in their new banking guide to banking charges, just made SMS alerts compulsory, and the compulsory SMS alerts will cost you, the consumer, 4 naira for each one. So today, in trying to transfer, I don't know, some small amount of money, my bank made 360 naira. That's apart from the charge, the approved charge for that particular transaction, which is 52 naira 50 kobo. So in trying to do one transaction online, I have paid 412 or so on just one single transaction. Now imagine if you have to do that all the time. Now this is the same banking industry that's trying to get you and I to move onto all these platforms, these internet platforms, instead of going physically to the bank. So you are trying to promote cashless, and at the same time you are penalizing your consumers for going there. I don't understand that principle. So, and usually we should have a regulator that we should complain to. So just like this happened to me now, I should be able to get on some platform and complain to my regulator. Unfortunately, it is that regulator, which is the Central Bank of Nigeria, who authorized and mandated that charge. So who do we complain to? Obviously, we don't have anywhere to complain to. So, being a consumer rights activist, advocate, I like to call myself advocate because activist seems like you're always fighting. But advocate means you are just trying to make sure that you get your rights protected. Being a consumer rights advocate, my organization, we run an NGO, CAFON, Consumer Advocacy Foundation of Nigeria. If you look behind me, you will see our last consumer action. That's the No Banking Day. Well, another one is going to join it very soon. That is the hashtag close 1 million bank accounts. Now, this is the idea. The banks are always enriched when you leave your accounts open. I want you to remember that. Many of us have more than one account. I have almost like 10, because you keep getting people to open account here, open account there, open account there. I have about more than 10, and I don't know the number that everybody who's watching me has. I'm sure we all have loads of accounts. Now, we don't run all those accounts equally all the time. We only run one account or two maximally any given time. So this is the idea. As long as you leave those other accounts open, you give the bank an opportunity to charge you excessively, because for every account you leave open, at the end of the month, they will send you SMS to say this is how much balance you have in it. This is whatever. You might get about 4 or 5 SMSs. That will cost you 4 naira for each one. If you leave that account open, because I've heard a lot of people tell me, I will leave my account, I'll just withdraw all my money and leave it to them. If they like, let them close it or not. Well, just yesterday, I got 2 complaints from 2 consumers. A gentleman said he left an account open since I think 2011 or so. Right now, the banks are calling him that he's owing them hundreds of thousands of naira for doing nothing on the account, for completely doing nothing, just for leaving it unattended to for over 5 years. He's owing them over 200,000 or so. I don't know how much he said he's owing them. I heard another one today. He's owing them about 11,000 naira for an account that he didn't use for just about 2 years. So if you leave those accounts open, you are allowing the banks an opportunity for them to keep charging you. Now, it may not seem important right now because you feel that, well, let them come and collect it from me. But I want to remind everybody that just recently, the acting president signed into law a bill that approves credit facility. We don't have credit rating agencies in Nigeria, where they just approved that process for the Nigerian economy. So that means in no time we are going to start to have credit ratings. You are going to start to have to build your credit, and when you have account statements that are in debit, they affect your credit. So before you know it, without doing anything, you are going to become, your credit is going to be poor, because they will say you don't pay your bills. Now, this bill, nobody's going to remember that you didn't do anything, you didn't get any service, you just left an account unattended to. That's why we are encouraging Nigerians. We have set this hashtag because we want to encourage consumers to go ahead and close any account that you are not using. Now, we say close non-essential accounts. Non-essential accounts are accounts that you haven't used in 6 months. Any account that maybe you open it for a particular project and then the project is over and the account is just lying there, you don't use it regularly. Accounts that you open when you were working in one company or office, and then you don't work there anymore, you don't get salary paid into it anymore, you just left the account because you think, I don't use it anymore, so it's not my responsibility. It is still your responsibility because it is in your name. So what is our advice to you? We are advising every Nigerian consumer, it is time for us to take our destiny in our hands. Nobody's going to protect you, because the government agencies that are supposed to protect you right now are not alive to their responsibilities. So you need to go ahead and protect yourself. If you close those unused accounts, one, you will not get SMS on it. You will not get issued debit card. You know they issue you a debit card on every account you have. Whether you collect the debit card from the bank or not is immaterial. As long as you open the account, automatically they will open the debit card. And once they open that debit card, you are liable. They will charge you for it. They will charge you for it. That's number one. And there's a new charge on your debit card now. I don't know if anyone of you is aware. CBN just approved that the banks can charge you 50 naira a month for holding a debit card. That's 50 naira every month that you hold a debit card. Now, you have paid 1,000 naira to acquire that debit card. Every time you use that debit card on the ATM machine that is not that of your banks, you are made to pay 65 naira after the third ATM withdrawal. So what it means that in a month, you can withdraw 3 times without having to pay. But on the 4th withdrawal, you have to start paying 65 naira for as long as you use it in that month. Now, what the banks are doing, which is fraudulent, but CBN is turning a blind eye to it. What they are doing is that they have programmed their ATM machines so that it would only charge you, you can only withdraw 10,000 or maximum 15,000 naira if you are using another bank's ATM. Now, if you are using your ATM, they've programmed it to give you up to like 30,000. But if you are using a different ATM from your banks, you can't withdraw more than 15,000 in most banks, sometimes 10. So that means if you want to withdraw 50,000 naira in one transaction, you would have exhausted the 3 free ATM withdrawals. And a lot of consumers even tell us that those 3 free ATM withdrawals are never even free. From the first time you try it in a month, banks are charging you 65 naira. So on one ATM card, you pay them 50 naira every month. You will pay 65 naira every time you use that card on another ATM, and we all end up using another ATM because no bank has enough ATM everywhere to meet our needs. So we'll use other banks' ATM. We will pay for that. Then on top of that, for ATM, you pay that one, you pay monthly charge, you pay 1,000 naira for every time you need to replace it on one ATM card. I don't know about you, and maybe a lot of us are rich and we can afford it and quote unquote. But when you think of the fact that yesterday I found out that as at 2016, all the banks in Nigeria have over 800 million accounts opened. 800 million accounts. So imagine if you are charging 44 naira on 800 million accounts for every transaction, because you have to send an alert, because CBN mandates you to send the alert. CBN says if you don't want the alert, then you have to sign an indemnity form. Now, I have read the indemnity form for GT Bank, and I advise all GT Bank customers, don't sign that form, because that form absolves GT Bank of any responsibility on your account. Once you sign that form, anything that happens to your account, you don't have a case. So those are the issues that you need to deal with. And so we are encouraging you to either follow us or help us propagate this gospel. Get everybody to their banks to close accounts that they don't use. If we reduce that 800 million accounts to probably maybe like, I'm only saying 1 million. They say we have over 800 million accounts open. Or is it 8 million or 80 million? I can't even remember. It was some ridiculous amount of number. If we can close just 1 million out of that, we would have thwarted them in getting that, the charges that they would have levied on those 1 million accounts would have stopped it. Those are ways in which we can start protecting ourselves. I'm going to be trying to do this more as I get used to it. This is my first time, so forgive anything that I don't do right. I just thought, let me just try it. And I can see that a lot of people have joined me. Oh, my brother, Ahmed, I can see that you have joined. Thank you so much. I'm getting back to you. That's our consumer powerhouse in Kaduna. Thank you for joining in. Ganiu Idowu Yusuf, I see you. Mrenike Oyeyemi, hi sis. Adebayo Akinde, Jasper, thank you all for joining. Bumi Feko, Olarahim, my consumer man, all the way in Oshobo. Thanks for joining in. Musba Yunus, thank you. Maxwell, thank you. Oh, there's Honey Drop from all the way from Charlotte. Hi, Oyiko, how are you? Adesoye, hi. Ayodele Olubushe, Benga Odumosu. Oh, Banki, thanks for joining. And Labi, oh, thanks for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do a lot more of this to enlighten you, to educate you, and to empower you. Because once you have the information, you can stand up and protect yourself. I really would like to empower more Nigerians to do what they need to do so that we can stop these people. If we are waiting for government to protect us, it will take a long time. Government is still trying to get its act together. So don't wait until they charge us or they send us all to penniless heaven. From the little, I mean, there's a recession going on right now, and that recession is even now biting harder because of the way the insensitivity of our banking sector. So I am encouraging Nigerians, please do an audit, do a bank audit of all your bank accounts. How many accounts do you have? How many do you actually use? Whether for your business or for your family or for yourself, whatever account you don't use, if you don't go to that account in 6 months, that means that account is not essential. Go and close it now. How do you close your account? Central Bank says it is free to close your account, but the banks will try to frustrate you. Remember that. They will try to frustrate you. They will tell you, no, you can't close it. They tell you, go and bring us something. It is not true. What you need to do to close your account is take a letter. Just write them a letter. Their branch manager. I'm going to post a template of such a letter online so that you can copy it. I would like you to close. I hereby instruct you to close account number so in my name. Well, if you have money left in it, tell them where they should transfer the money. Either you tell them, give my money in cash, or transfer the money to this account number. And take 2 copies of that letter to your branch. Make sure that they stamp it received. Once they stamp it received, take the copy that they stamped that they received it and walk out of the bank. From that point onwards, you are no longer liable for whatever they put on that account. But if you don't do that, the banks can hold you. In fact, somebody told me today, Mienka Oyeshiji, he's a lawyer. He actually sent a message to me this morning, posted it on his Facebook page actually, that The bank now says he's owing them like 100 or something thousand naira for an account he never used. He never used it. He just lodged the money in it, and then he took the money out when he needed it. He never used that account. Yet the bank says he's owing them about 100 and something thousand, and they have now gone to give that debt to a debt collector who is harassing him to come and pay for services he never received, for just opening an account and leaving it unattended. So you can't afford to leave your accounts unattended anymore in Nigeria, because they don't understand that after 6 months an account they should be dormant. Whether it's dormant or not, they will still send you text messages on it. They will put all kind of charges on it. They will issue you a debit card on it, charge you for that debit card, even though you've never seen debit card or used it before in your life. You are paying for it. They will charge you for it because they have access to your account. So you need to take that step, write a letter, and close that account. That's why we're encouraging you. That's what a hashtag is all about. Hashtag close 1 million bank accounts. Our target is to encourage enough Nigerians to close up to 1 million bank accounts, because when we do that, we actually hit the bottom line of the banking industry. Then they start to take you seriously. So until I come your way again next time, I'm going to do this a lot more. Thank you very much for staying tuned. I'm looking at a lot of people's comments. Banks, okay, Abbas said, the caller Wale says, banks have now decided to make their customers their source of making bogus profits by making us dry. Abi, my sister, that's what we have seen. No, I don't know about it. Okay, Jasper, how can I reach you via your mobile phone for effective clarity? Just send me an inbox. Just inbox me. We can talk inbox. Okay. Auntie Shola, you are the best. Thanks, Shegun. Thank you very much. I'm the best because you guys say so. Thanks for all that you do to support us. Please help us share when we post those things online. Please help us share it. Help us get your own cycle of friends, your friends list, to get involved. Nigerians need to stop. We have to stop keeping quiet. The more we keep quiet, the more they keep exploiting us. There are also other sectors who are planning to increase services or increase prices of services. So you need to get up and do something now. If we don't resist this one, they will not think we're serious. So I'm counting on all of you. We are planning to have a consumer sensitization roadshow on the 30th of June, but we can only limit it to Ikeja area in Lagos for now, for funding, for all that. But we're going to work with anybody across Nigeria who's willing to work with us. We can give you material, we can do all kinds of things so that you can organize your own consumer sensitization roadshow. So you can get in touch with us. This is my Facebook page. You can talk to me here, but you can follow our CAFON page. It's called CAFON. That's CAFONNG. We have a page. You can follow us there. All the facts are posted there regularly. Ganiu Ido Yusuf says, Shola, thank you for this bank unauthorized charges advocacy. The awareness is getting across and the sensitization is getting higher. More grease to your elbow. Thank you very much. Please, we need to push it more. We need to make all Nigerians, whether literate or illiterate, as long as they have bank accounts, we need to explain to them. If you have an account you are not using, please close it. Close it. So don't let the banks become rich from your sweat, because that's what they are doing right now. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Bye bye. I'll see you when next I do this. I'm going to try and do this maybe like once a week, so I can update you, give you more information, and not just in banking, in so many other sectors. My business and my life's calling is to protect your consumer rights, and I trust God that I'll be here for a long time to do so. Bye bye.